Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Miami's offense will get first crack at it today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Works the middle. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. And he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Allen. He'll take the deep shot. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
Bringing it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buffaloes offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what...
Breaks into the open. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
This quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all. play. Off play action. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. North Carolina ran roughshod over the competition today en route to a double-digit victory. And they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those Carolina blue unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. A harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. They're working that left side. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. At the 35, he's open. Found the seam on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pulls it in. It's Galladay. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Final play of the quarter coming. Wants to throw. It's Allen. Pocket breaking down. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the red zone, it's Williams. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Hurricanes are flying down the field. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Miami! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They'll go back to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Galladay. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Plucks it out of the air. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Got his man in the middle. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. And the Buffaloes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Colorado! And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little... He unleashes a long one. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Arizona. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, You'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up fourth down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to bring it back. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Intercepted, and finally this defense makes a play. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. He'll set up to throw. A little screen to the running back. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
To the air, it's Allen. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Now backed up in their own end, it's 3rd and long. It's complete to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Canes will have it 1st and 10. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Finds a spot in the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Trying to escape and get it himself. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will, finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're spilling field.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Here comes the heat. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? A pretty easy call for the officials. It hurts nonetheless as the illegal forward pass takes the score off the board. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. A quick pass to the left.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Off the play fake. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Give to the single back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Allen. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Throwing right. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Now the play fake. Makes the grab. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And the Buffaloes are rolling down the field.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Galladay. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Buffaloes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buffaloes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Fires complete on the crosser. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Colorado. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Handoff to the single back. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Allen. He's got his man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give is to Williams. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Trying play action. Makes the grab on the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And some room to work. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground.
Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Running back searching for a hole. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Caught in the backfield. It's Maldonado. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Scanning the field, it's Allen. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. He hurls one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. That's reeled in. It's Maldonado. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the 4th quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This defense is there again. They keep feeding the back, and he finds no success at all. gives it on the option. Got it inside the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick strike complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Bucks! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but that's why they're called the hands team. Great job recovering that ball.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
4th down, same as 1st, same as 2nd, same as 3rd for this offense. Going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big 1st down. This game, you're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop, even if it takes 4 downs.
Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Back to throw, it's Allen. Looking for the score. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, you know, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's there.
Turning it on. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards.
Looking deep. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Buffaloes.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
Makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion, and that could be big as it draws them to within a field goal. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
This offense did what they needed to do. They knew it was going to be tough, having to deal with the noise here on the road. Job well done.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be in. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet.
Man, you really want your offense to be great when it matters most, and it mattered most right now. Fourth down, late in the ball game, one-possession game. I get the first, and I got a good chance of running this clock out. Nice job by the offense in a critical moment.
Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
Number 87 with the catch in the end zone.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field.